Welcome to my beginner guide to the golf club. I'm the beginner. I've been playing it now for about 5-6 months. And basically what I wanted to do was get a video down of the maths that I've used using the website tcgtours.com. If you go to that website, what that website enables you to do is sign up and play against other people from all around the world on different consoles like the Xbox, PlayStation, on PC. And basically all you do is you sign up, do the Q school, and then you get assigned a level. I'm currently on CCB, which is about 6 down in the tier. Not too bad, midway. I'm not brilliant, but I'm not shit either. So yeah, so you go on there and you get assigned to your league, and then you play tournaments each week. Well, what I'm playing right now is Seasons, which is an additional add-on to the golf club. And basically what it is, it's like you just play against computer generated scores, which is a little bit disappointing. And you work your way up. I'm currently in amateur. I'm not in the beginners level, I'm in amateur. I wanted to get to amateur level because that gives you the general sort of conditions that you normally play, and the maths that I use. Like I say, I got all this from tcgtours.com. The maths that I use is from there, but it works at its best on these conditions. That's why I wanted to do this, because if it's windier, if the wind gets above 11 or 12 miles per hour, the maths then become a little bit stretched and you have to start adjusting it a little different. But using their basic system, which is what I'm going to be showing now in the next 18 holes, using their basic system, I'm going to show you how I play it. Now, I'm not perfect, it doesn't always work, but it gives basically why I'm doing it is because it improved my game previous to learning their maths and how they calculate the shots from that website. It was good, it was alright, I was getting a few shots in, but it was really inconsistent. Since I've been using these calculations, things have been working out. But anyway, I'm going to start playing now. I thought I'd break that down a little bit for you beginning. So this is easy. Basically just driving off here. I could if I wanted to try to get over that side if the wind was behind me, but there's just, the thing is, the hole's over here, so I think I can just nip between these trees here. See this little gap here? I think I can land just about there. So I'm going to try that anyway. So the beginning of my tutorial, I might just end up fucking people off, but yeah. But the biggest thing you got to do in this game before you learn any of this stuff I'm going to show you right now, the first thing you need to learn is how to make sure you push that stick through and as straight as possible. Because without that, whatever calculations you do this end before you take your shot, if you can't hit the ball as straight as possible, then there's no point doing the calculation. So that is the first thing you got to learn in this game. First thing you got to learn is, so just basically buy the game. It's pretty cheap, it's about 30 quid, and just play a few rounds, have a hit about, and just learn to push it through. Nice. You'll find your own rhythm for it. Everybody's got their own rhythm for it. I think everybody plays it a little bit different, but you'll find it once you get it. That is the most frustrating part of this game. I mean, I don't always do it. I've got a lot better. So yeah, that's the first thing you got to do. So now I'm going to start giving you a few little maths lessons, what they teach you on TCG Tours. So basically, I've just drove off. I've landed here. So now you look at the green, And what we got is a number here. It's plus 14. So it means basically saying it's plus 14 feet above where I'm standing. So what you have to do with these numbers, it's all about dividing by 3. So 14 divided by 3 is pretty much 5. So I'm going to put, so basically because it's a plus sign, I'm going to add 5 to that now. So now I've got 55. Now we've got to look at the wind. The wind is 7 miles an hour, but because we're so close to the green, that wind isn't going to affect us as much. These are the grey areas what comes into this game. You know, the maths work pretty well, but these are the grey areas. So I'm not even going to adjust for that wind. Normally you would have to probably take off about, because it's 7 miles an hour in your face, you'd probably have to take about almost 8 or 9 if it was from a long way. Because we're close, it's not going to affect me that much. And it's pretty flat, and it's not going to be a hard putt anyway, I don't think. So I'm going to get pretty close, whatever happens.
Looking good.
There we go.
Sweet. This
So
one's for birdie.
obviously, what my problem was when I played this game the first before I went onto their website at tcgtours.com. Before I went there,
Well, I'm happy to move on.
I was, over the green, too short, blah, 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 blah. Now with these maths
Starting around under par.
they give you,
Nothing like it.
you can work out your
Okay,
shots.
hole number 2. Let's see what we can do
There's
here.
also, on their website, when you get there, there's a thing called a loft chart, which I'm going to show you now. So we've got over here on the right hand side. If I push up, that gives me high loft. It means it's going underneath the ball. It's lifting the ball. That's what high loft is. It's sort of back to front really, because you think, you should go down then if you're going to hit the bottom of the ball. But no, they do it the other way around on this. It's high loft. So high really is you scooping the ball up, you're getting underneath the ball and pushing it higher. And obviously, low is then now hitting it on the top of the ball. So you're keeping the ball, you're keeping it low. So you're not hitting it underneath, you're pushing it over, almost giving it top spin. And then obviously you can see on the left and right hand side there, fade and draw. So obviously that's sort of, I'm not going to do much of that. I might do 1 or 2 late one, depends on what the drives are like, but I generally hit it as straight as possible. You want to make your shot as easy as possible. Obviously if you've got a few hard shots, that's later on, but just try to make whatever you're doing as easy as possible. Don't try to be heroic at first. Just play as simple and straight as possible. So I'm looking at the wind there. It's coming from my left, going over to my right. It's going to push me away from those bunkers a bit. Another thing, obviously, there's not many trees around at the moment, but sometimes when you're going into the fairway, some trees might block your view to the green. So obviously, look out for those. But yeah. So the key again is just hitting through this ball as nice as you can. You can do a few practice swings. Get used to it. How I started doing was I pulled the stick back and then just let it flick forward, and I sort of see the line the stick's making, and I sort of basically in my head I'm basically just following that line as best I can.
Great contact. Nice swing.
That's how I sort of started playing this. So there we go. Nice drive. So I'll do the next maths for you. So look, again. This time we're minus, which is quite nice. And minus, so 5 divided by 3 is basically 2. If we say 6. So we take 2 off that. So that's 66. Take 2 off that. 64 now. I've got no help with the wind behind me. So now what I need to do is using this chart they give you on tcgtours.com. There's this little chart they give you. It's a loft chart. So now I'm on a 75 yard club, but I need to get to around about 64. That's what I'm looking for. So if I loft this club once on the pitch from a 75, that gives me a 64. So if I hit that now, that gives me 64 is what I'm looking for. So that's what I'm going to do, just to see if it works. It might overrun a little bit, so because you've got to think about the bounce as well. So that's going to carry 64. So now I've got to think about the bounce a little bit. So I'm going to just take a little bit more off it. So I've lofted it a little bit high now, but now also, because we have lofted it a little bit higher, we have to think about the wind. That's going to affect it a little bit more because it's obviously a bit higher. But still, what I normally do with this, if I was coming in from about 145, I'd count. This is how I would do it. If I was coming from about 145, I'd count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then half again. That's what I would do if I was coming in from about 145. But because I'm only coming from 75, I sort of in my head I half that. So I put it in the middle of that. That's what I do, and it don't always work, but it's something it's how I do it. So now we've lofted the club. I've took it just over the 64 mark because I want to land it just before, and hopefully it'll stop dead near the hole. I've halved the wind. I've adjusted for the wind, and now I've just got to basically swing that ball as straight as I can. Or the club, sorry, as straight as I can. So that's what I'm doing. Let's see what happens.
Heading for the green.
There's the bounce.
Here.
Oh, I could have left it a bit longer. So I could have
Okay,
might
let's
not.
see what you can do
Didn't
with
need
this
to take that
8-footer.
off there, but there you go. It wasn't far off. And again, putting now. It's hard to teach putting. You've just got to miss a million shots before you get a real nice one. But the thing to look for in putting is obviously the club. So basically, what that's saying now, if that green was perfectly flat, I pulled that stick back 100% and pushed forward, that ball will travel 101 feet or thereabouts. That's what it's saying. So obviously now I've got to adjust for the downhill slope, the right hand slope, and it's just there is a math there on the website, but to be honest, I'm not quite worked it out yet. So I'm just more sort of judgment than anything else. Look at that, I pushed it too much.
All right, nice
Anyway,
little 2-foot putt.
My putting's not brilliant.
Okay, let's see where we stand in the competition.
So yeah, a lot of people are probably considering,
Okay,
should I buy
12th place on the
Rory
leaderboard after
McIlroy
that.
or should I buy the golf club? Well, let me tell you the good points about Rory McIlroy and the EA fucking shit they keep spewing out and call it golf. It's just the only thing they've got on this game. The only thing is atmospheric, is the crowds, is the atmosphere. That's it. Nothing else. This game is probably the best golf game I've ever played, and I'm not brilliant at it. I'm not, you see some people's scores, it's fucking amazing. You can actually go and watch their round as well, which is pretty cool. But yeah.
Looking at around 155 yards out from here.
Golf club. So, here we are. This is it. Oh. Okay, we've got the wind behind us now. Now we have to think about the wind now. Because it is travelling at 8 miles an hour, coming from our left, going towards our right. So the calculation is, what you have to do, if the wind's behind you, have to take, you take 75% of the strength of the wind. So 75% of 8 is around about 6. So I take 6 off that now, so that's saying 148, because you take it off as it's coming from behind you. So that's 148 now. So I've got to look on my chart. I've got a 145. So it might be okay-ish, but it might be a bit short. So 158. The next loft up from 158 is 141. So if you work out 158, 148, so basically 17 between it. So half of 17 is about 8. So if I do that, that'll give me a 150. If I do halfway, that's 150. That's what it's saying. Let's see if that works. See if the old 150 works.
Solid swing.
Let's see how close we get. Ooh, a bit too long. Bite. Bit too much.
All right, you're on the green.
Because
all right, 14 feet to the hole.
Because you're lofting it as well, the wind will affect it more. So it's a weird little balance you have to have between the wind and the loft. It's hard to get right sometimes.
Perfect.
It's pretty straightforward.
All right, 6th place on the leaderboard after that hole. All right, next stop. Let's hope for some fairway.
Right. Nearly, mate. If the wind's behind you, it's really nice. If the wind's behind you, you can get on that. You can get on there, but
that was exceptional.
The wind's in my face, so again, driving. You just got to practice getting that line straight. As long as you push your stick through that line as straight as you can, you're not going to go wrong too much. Right, so 35 yards. Could flop this. Flops are quite a handy little club to use, but the thing is with a flop, it will get affected by that wind, but how much it'll get affected is very hard to guess. So you just have to take a little sort of guess. That's a 40 yarder, but I've just took a little bit off it, adjusted for the wind, and hopefully, not bad, not bad,
For the bird.
not bad.
Yes.
See, as long as you get close to the hole, your putting's not going to get hard. Obviously, these courses
Okay,
are
look at you,
these
second
are
spot on the
amateur courses.
leaderboard after that hole.
I'm not going to lie to you. There are some courses out there that will just kick you in the bollocks and then shove them in your fucking mouth. Because they're fucking hard. But these ones are relatively easy. So 13 divided by 3. It's around about 5, but it's basically 4 in it. So 4, 8, 12, yeah. So 4. So I've got to put 4 on that. 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 147 now. But then I've got the wind behind me. I've got to take off 5 that. So it's 142. So 142. It's hard to get. It's hard to get a 142. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go around about a 140 with this. Yeah. That's 135. That's about 140 there. Hopefully land about here-ish. Hopefully. We'll see. We shall see.
Heading for the green here.
Oh, it's been pushed over a bit. Bite. Bloody wind, man. That's hard to
This
adjust for.
is for birdie. Yes.
Putting under trees is always confusing because they move around and it messes
And
up
after
your
that hole,
eyes.
you're holding on to that second spot on the leaderboard. Good job.
Right then. Oh, 6, baby. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Flip it over there. Don't want to go in them sand traps, do I?
Nice.
Right. Again, it's a par 5 now. It's always nice to have the wind behind you on a par 5 because you can try to get on there in 2. I've actually had a double eagle. I made a little video of it not long ago. It's an albatross, but they call it a double eagle on this, as my brother informed me. But anyway, again, there's not much calculations involved in this. Obviously, it's just you've got to get down there. I'm not going to make it to the green. I might just make the front edge. You never know, but we'll see. It's slightly uphill as well, so it makes it a little bit... Oh, fuck. See there, I didn't hit it straight there, but because I kept it in that red zone, it only slightly messed it up. So, 26 now. It's quite 26 is a little bit in between everything. But what I like to do is do a flop, and because it's uphill, just loft it a touch, and just you have to adjust for that wind a bit because it's up in the air quite a while. Bite. That's it. You always get a little bit of backspin, obviously.
And for the bird.
It's nice.
Nice.
There we go. So yeah, I mean, if anybody's out there
And that
thinking about
performance is
buying
good enough to put you up
a golf
one
game,
spot on the leaderboard.
and this is the one really, there's no comparison. I mean, I know there are some out there on the PC that are really good, but I've got a PC and I think, oh fucking hell, let's look here. I got a PC,
This is
but
a beauty.
I just find certain games work better on consoles than they do on PCs, and this is one of them.
Okay, looks like we are about.
Because you've got to go out. Because if you've got a
225 yards to
PC,
the
you
pin.
can't play golf with a fucking mouse. I've tried it. You got to have a controller anyway, so you might as well just get it on your console, innit? Unless you've only got a PC, obviously. That's all you got then. That's all you can have. Right, these shots. Problem with these shots is my club I've got now is a 225. In perfect conditions, it would land about there. Because the wind's in my face, it's going to land about here. But then it's downhill. So now you have to adjust forward again. Because 5 divided by 3, it's basically 2 in that. So you take 2 off that 224. say there. It's about there. So, what do I do? Because if I go 207, the problem with 207 is the free iron. It's just not going to have enough legs to make it. It's going to be a long putt. It's going to leave you a long putt. Where this, it's riskier. And what you've got to do, you can either loft it, but that don't always work for me. So you have to lower it, basically. And you've got to basically you've got to work out where it's going to bounce. It's going to bounce. You want it to bounce around about here. It's going to be moving. It's going to be moving some speed. So I've took it down just past 89% of that club. It's quite a lot off, but it's going to be moving. So hopefully, just make sure I hit it straight. That's the thing. Because when you do these adjustments, what happens is that red zone that you see in a minute on my right hand side, where the white line goes, the more adjustments you make, the smaller that zone is. As you can see, I've slightly hooked it there because the zone was a bit small, but I think I got the right. Oh no, it would have been short anyway. Ah, shame. Hard shots to work out then. But that's the old game though, isn't it? Just trial and error. You'll get it. I'm still not got it. But it's still a very enjoyable game. And like I say, before I even went on to the TCG Tours.com website, I was just hacking about,
birdie here.
and I was almost gave up on it. I was playing a game, and this guy from Texas
look at the current
sent me a message on Twitch saying blah blah blah. Sent me the link.
All right, you're sticking to the top spot on the leaderboard after that one.
TCGtours.com. Sent me the link. Jumped on there, and ever since I've just really loved the game.
Let it rip.
And even if you don't join in the tour, you might as well go on the website anyway, because it'll give you all the information you need to make this game better. All I'm doing is just showing you the physical sort of side of the maths on this, to say, look, they actually do work. They're not bullshit. But like I say, another reason why I wanted to show people now as well, because amateur level on this seasons thing, which is an add-on for the golf club. This is sort of the calculations work best at these sort of conditions. More wind, the maths slightly go out of window. Less wind, and again, they're slightly different, but not much different. These are sort of, I find, the ideal conditions to sort of demonstrate. Oh shit. Oh dear. Let's look at how the frig did I get through that? Bullshit, look at that. You'd be fucking happy with that. Yeah. I just went through a fucking tree. Right. That's a good thing to show actually, because now obviously all of a sudden I'm in the rough. It's only a light rough, 95%. So basically it's saying if I hit that club 100%, it's only going to go 95% of that distance. So, which is, looking at what I've got, 70 yards, it's probably about right. So I'm just going to hit it. Just going to hit that. Bit short, but hey, greens are quite flat on this one.
Very nice. All right, 13-footer here.
Greens are a little bit flat. But pull in. Oh, come on.
Okay, let's get it over with here.
Man.
All right, let's see how we stack up in the standings here. And after that one, you're holding on to your lead. Well done.
Just.
Keep an eye on that wind. Could come into play on this hole.
Right. These holes here, they're asking you to get your hole in one. I'm telling you, they want you to get a hole in one. 245 is too big. You don't want to be lowering it down. You don't want to be doing that, because that just makes it harder. What I'm going to do here is try to fade it into the hole. I'm going to try to counteract that wind a little bit and pull it in, and it should slow the ball down a bit as well. I don't want it to be going mega fast when it lands. Let's just hope. It's a shot and a half, isn't it?
Did you get all of that?
Yeah, I did. It's a lovely shot, mate. Look at that. Come on then. Come on then. Oh man, that was close.
Nice approach. This one's for birdie.
Oh man, that was close. Yeah,
Nice.
but like I say, as soon as you start adding fade and draw on it, there's no point
And
trying
at
those
the
shots
end of
until
this round, you have finished number 1 on the
until
leaderboard.
you've mastered it basically. But that's the 9 holes.
Hello there, and welcome
I'm
to
not
the
gonna.
second and final round
I'm just gonna play
of
these
Arma
next 9
Open.
holes basically now,
We are back for one last round.
and I'll just stick
At
them at the end of the
Two
tutorial. But
I'm hoping for greatness.
you don't
I
have
hope
to
you
watch
are
it.
too.
You should know by
Let's have a
now
good
what to
round.
do. The basics anyway. The rest will come to you. It's just a great game, and if you're considering buying a golf game, then this is the one to buy. Simple as. Ooh, come on, bounce. Ah, rude.
Oops.
Nice
You
shot
might
as
want to
well.
aim a little more to the left than normal on this one. That ball's
Alright.
sitting up above your feet
So
there.
yeah, I see that. So it's 4 yards above me. 4 feet above me, so 12 feet, so it's 4, add 4 onto that, so 55 out the shit. Plus, like you just said, it's going to come out, because when the ball's above you, it comes out right. When the ball's below you, it goes out left. So it's going to come out right, so I've got to adjust for that. It's very difficult to know exactly how much to as well. Sometimes you do it and you think, that's far too much, and sometimes you do it and it's just nowhere near enough. So I think there's a bit too much there, look. Just on the green now. Or just off. Putting from the fringe. Again, it's a judgment thing. You've got to obviously give it a little bit more. Sometimes it catches you out. Like then I didn't give it enough.
Little 6-footer here, nothing too scary.
Oh,
Oh goodness,
Christopher.
that was thoroughly disappointing.
Dick.
There we go.
I'm getting tired as well. It's getting late now.
Starting off at 1 over par. Okay, it's time to send this ball on its way. Looks like you'll be in the short stuff here.
Alright. 55. Minus 2 is 59. The wind behind me. And take off 3 for that. So it's 56. So 55 club is about right. I'm just going to loft it a bit to shorten it. Adjust for the wind a little bit. Have a look at the green. Which way it's rolling. It's sort of dead.
This one's a beauty.
Not long enough.
Nice. Okay, about an
Should
18
have just took the
footer
whole
here.
55, Chris. You dick. Oh man. Thing is though,
Let's see if we can save par
because
on
I've
this putt here.
been playing sort of
Nice stroke on
faster
that.
greens. I've been used to faster greens. So like
And that'll keep you at
putting
1
at
over for the
101
round.
yard putters. It's like putting through mud, man. I've been used to playing on greens that are like glass. You touch them and they fucking roll about 40 feet.
Nice. Should be in the fairway.
It's not an excuse. I'm not trying to make excuses. It's just that's how it is. Plus my eyes are getting a
looks
bit
like we have
blurry now.
around 155 yards to go.
Right then. I'm going to go for the 170, but I'm going to loft it. That gives me 155, and then I'm going to just take off a bit for that wind. That wind is a bit strong. And that should land about here. Just for that wind. Should. I'm hoping. Oh, that wind's took it a bit more than I wanted it to. Look. Oh, it's so hard to judge for them wind. Nice length though.
Nice. Okay, 20 feet.
It's always a nice sign when you do hit it. You know, obviously the wind and that's different. What can you do? But when you do hit it the right length, it's like, yeah, it does work. It's a bit more this time, Chris. Oh, too much this time, look.
To
Oh,
save car.
fraction left. That would have been perfect.
All right, let's take a peek at what the competition is doing. Okay, so that'll keep you at 1 over for the round.
I'm in third place. What's going on? Computers beating me. That's not right. Don't like computers beating me. Don't mind human beings, but not them AIs. Oh yeah, did hit that sweetly. I think a lot of people keep logging in and logging out because they think I'm playing Arma 2 Epoch. I think that's what's happening. People think I'm on that. I don't think when you log in on Twitch through your Xbox it changes the actual title to your Twitch broadcast. I think only people on Xbox can see what it says. Oh yeah. Oh,
Perfect.
What? That's how you
That
do
score's
it.
good enough to move you on up.
Oh, straight up to
spot
number
on the
one. Look,
leaderboard.
fucking
Good
hell
job
with that
there.
one. Look at that. I was in third place after before that
Okay,
shot.
here we go.
That's lovely. That's lovely. So here we are. This is a good little one to maths. How do you work this one out? So plus 13, you divide that by 3 again. So you got 4, 4, 8, 12. So you add 4 onto that 3. So that's 4, 7, 7. Now we've got the wind behind me pushing the ball. It's pushing it. So you have to take 75%, so that's about 5. For 4 7s out of 5, that's 4. You take it off, don't you? So you take off basically 4 7 7. Take off 5. So you're left with 4 4 1 4 2. So yeah. So plus 4 4 5 6 7 1 4 7. Take off 5 because of the wind. So that's 1 4 2. So now I've got a 1 4 1, but that's going to be too long. So I'm just going to use this 8 iron. I'm just going to loft it. And halfway down, because it's 10, so I'm going to take, it's going to hit it about 135 now. So it's going to be a little, it's going to be around about here-ish with the bounce. I'm hoping it'll be a nice little bounce. Hit it pretty sweet. It's not looking too bad.
Beauty.
It's gone over that side, man. Why does it go over? Look at that, it's perfect.
Okay,
Why does
nice
it go left?
approach. All right, this
What
next one's for birdie.
Maybe, what I do keep forgetting, and that's something you got to look out for the perfect shot, is your stance, is how you're standing before you take your pitch. Because the ball, you pitch or you approach, however, because your ball could be on an up or downhill slope, and that affects the trajectory, which I always
that
keep,
one, you're holding steady
always
at the
keep
top
forgetting to look
spot
at.
on the leaderboard.
It messed me up a few shots that has in the past. So obviously a drive again, just hit that ball straight as you can.
Looking good so far.
Get it up there. What's wrong, mate? Just adjusting for the wind a little bit there. Hit it pretty sweet. It's not going to make the green, but... Oh, it might do. Go on. Go on. Oh, no. Oh, man. I really don't like chipping. It really... Oh, I can't get a chip. Cannot get the chips right, man. Either too short, too long. So what I do, if I loft this flop shot right, that gives me 20 yards. So obviously I don't want to be hitting it 20 yards. I want to be hitting it 15. So now what I have to do is adjust my swing. So what I want to do is hit around about the 75 mark. It's around about just past my shoulder there. See that there? So that's 100. It's like around about there. $78. Oh, could have done more. I could have done 80, 85.
Okay, let's see what you can do with his 8-footer.
Yeah. I didn't hit it sweetly though.
That was awesome.
Easy done.
All right, and after that one, you're holding steady at the top spot on the leaderboard.
Yeah. That bloody
It's looking good.
Always trying to get around that corner a bit so you can have a nice sight into the green, but I don't think I'm going to make it anyway. It's too far.
And we were right around 225 yards out.
Oh, it's
here.
alright. Oh yeah, this was, oh yeah. It's this one you did. This one's alright, isn't it? Right. Last time I didn't hit it very well. I fucked up the shot, I think. So I'm just going to drop this down a bit. Last time I hit it too short, so I'm going to just not drop it too much. Oh, I pushed it right. Shame. Shame. Didn't hit it sweetly.
Okay, that was fancy.
It's a long putt
If
though.
you can find a way to sink this next putt, you can really take some strokes off your
Fucking
score.
trees always mess my eyes up. Really mess me up, they do. Bloody trees. No! That really, really, really annoys me. What happens is,
Back on the
right,
green there. The grass
this
is
is
supposed to
something
get
when you
shorter
play this
as
game
you
you've got
progress.
to look out for, is when you pull the stick back sometimes, when you just release it, because the stick flings forward, it makes a shot. It takes a shot. All I was doing then is trying to work out where 100 was, bring it back, and then go for like 40%, but obviously when I let go of the stick, it fling forward, and voila. So yeah, look out for that, because it will piss you off. First time it's happened today. I've had it happen to me a few times, but that's the first time today. It never happens on this. It never happens on the clubs, but when you come to putting, oh my god, it's fucked up a few of my rounds that has.
Okay, this one to save par.
So it's okay on small distance. On small distances you won't ever get it, but if you ever pull the stick back too long and then it flicks forward, sometimes it will happen to you, and sometimes you will go
Great
mental.
putt, and that is for par.
Unless you have a cool disposition.
All right, and after that, we're still in the top spot. And we find ourselves on the 8th tee.
I think I thought this shot probably and got through the tree. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to put that on it this time. Go over there. And a tip as well, when you're swinging, don't look at the TV screen. Look at the stick, as if you were looking at the golf ball.
Sweet.
That's the only way I can really describe it, I suppose. That's the way to do it. Don't look at the screen, because you won't get a straight line every time. But then that flips about when you're doing your putting, you see, because you have to look at the screen to work out your power and stuff. So it's a bit of a, yeah, a bit more delicate, the old putting. So I lofted that to about 64. Should backspin. Oh, where's
Nice.
the backspin?
All right, 12-footer here.
I didn't think I'd do that far, to be honest. Come on, break, break, break. Oh, it's not even powerful enough. Come on. Over hitting, under hitting them.
Let's take a look at those standings.
One more hole then. One more hole.
And that'll keep you at 3 under for the round. Well, just letting you know it's a bit windy out there, so keep that in mind as you go onto the tee.
That's what I did last time.
I don't think this has enough.
Yeah, that's what you said last time. Oh, you bugger. Oh, you bugger. Oh, my word. Oh, my word.
Okay, for the birdie.
Oh, my word. Oh, that
Yes.
was fucking close.
And as this event comes to an end,
Well, there we
I can
go.
tell you
That's 9 holes of the best
mentioned
tutorial I can
golden
give.
top spot. You won.
I can't really tell you anything
Congratulations.
else.
Great work.
All the math is there. It's all
And
about
at
dividing by
the end
3.
Of this event,
So when the wind's in your
tell
face,
you you're currently
you have to
number
add
1
to the
overall
length, because
season.
obviously the wind's slowing your ball
Fantastic
down. But if the
work.
wind's coming from behind you,
Unlocking the
you
next
take
season.
off the distance to the hole, because the ball's pushing along. And when it comes to elevation plus, is you obviously add length to the elevation. If it's minus, you take distance off, so you take that off how far you're hitting it. So you'll work it out, and just go over to tcgtours.com and just go through their step by step. New member, sign in, create an account, go and play Q School, do all that. But before you do that, just go and practice. Just go and have about 10, 20, 30 rounds until you feel you're happy enough to go and do Q School. Because once you get in there, once you start the tournament, you can't start again. So you get yourself, because I went in there quite naive, not really practiced, and I'm a lot better than I was. My beginning score to what I am now was a massive leap, a massive jump. It's unbelievable. All because what I did there, I went to Q School before I really mastered the maths of this, and ended up yeah, not doing too well. But yeah, just have a few games and download it, get this game. There's nothing, you know, if you like golf, then this is the game for you, really. Anyway, I'm off.